week we saw Lesnar searching for Ray. NXT is bringing the war back to Mondays, and Rollins goes searching for another title. Welcome to Wrestling Fun with Father and Son. I'm Father Matt, and this is Son,
Hi.
and this is the Rawsome Raw Review. Yep, Rawsome Raw Review for 4th of the 11th, 2019. Just a quick mention about our channel. At the minute we do 4 review videos a week, which is the Raw, NXT, AEW and SmackDown. Going forward, I've made the decision to pull one of them out of the schedule, which will be the NXT look back recap. Yep, I'm going to stop doing it because looking at the views, I'm not getting any views on them videos. So to me, people don't seem to be interested in NXT as much as what I would like them to. So I think because they take a lot of time and effort, all these videos, I think we can just cut that one out. So going forward, we'll just do Raw, AEW and SmackDown, and I'll also do the NXT takeovers when they happen. I think we'll still do them, but going forward, unless there's any demand for it, I don't see no point in going to do the NXT look back recap anymore. I've tried it for a month and it didn't really catch on, but anyway. Raw started off with a limousine convoy of jeeps with Triple H coming out of the jeep, went to the one behind him, talked to someone we don't know who it is, but then they went into the show. It was Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman came down to the ring, did a promo about how Lesnar was hunting for Rey Mysterio. As we know, they've been in a bit of a rivalry. As we know, Lesnar quit SmackDown. He's now officially come back to Raw. Heyman made a mention of Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss's contract. They got traded for 2 future trades. And that now Lesnar's contract was taken up by Raw. And that was it. Basically, he was going Ray hunting. He then left the ring. We had a couple of sequences backstage and out on the stage. The first one, Lesnar backstage shouting for Ray. He saw somebody like a backstage hand. He assaulted him. Then he flipped the table. The next we come to Brock Lesnar backstage again, looking in the car. He nearly ripped the door off the car. He pulled the guy out of the car. The guy said, "I'm not Ray." And then they moved on to the next bit. Then we had the first match, tag team match, Kabuki Warriors versus Charlotte and Natalya. I don't understand where this team of Natalya and Charlotte has come from. I don't seem to me they don't look like a team. They don't really act like a team, but that is what it is. Natalya got a win with a sharpshooter, which was really whoop, bless you. Yeah, Natalya got the win with a sharpshooter, which is really strange on the Kabuki Warriors, being as they were pushing them, and now they've basically jobbed them out really to Natalya and Charlotte, a made tag team, which is a bit strange. Then we had Paul Heyman up at the commentary on the stage. They were then questioning the commentary team. Heyman got into Jerry Lawler's face. He was threatening Jerry Lawler, saying that they won't resuscitate him this time when he dies on air. Really harsh insult and threat that. Only for then Dio Maddin's, the newest, like a new commentator basically. He's been on since they've done the brand split and the change with the sets and all that. He's one of the new commentators with, what's his name, Vic Joseph, is it? Yeah, Vic Joseph. Dio got up into Lesnar's face, only receiving F5 through the commentary desk. Then Rey Mysterio appeared with a lead pipe. He was attacking Lesnar and got some sort of matter of revenge. Then we went to backstage where Ray basically challenged Lesnar for the WWE title, and we found out later on that it got accepted. So at Survivor Series, it's going to be Ray versus Brock Lesnar for the title. Then we got another quick match. It was Buddy Murphy versus Cedric Alexander. Buddy Murphy got the win. They're sort of burying sort of Cedric Alexander a little bit. He hasn't got that major push he was having. It's sort of stalled now. But, well, we'll see what happens with him going forward. He'd probably just stay in the mid-card now. Then we had Rollins come out where he said he didn't know what was next for him. He didn't know after losing to The Fiend. Lesnar was back on Raw with the title. All the hard work he'd done to take the title off Lesnar had all been undone. Only for then somebody to come out. Who was it? Triple H, yes. Triple H come out. He said that whenever Seth Rollins is at like a crossroads in his career, Triple H is always there to sort of help him and steer him in the right direction. And it sounded like Triple H was kind of trying to recruit Seth Rollins to NXT, only for then him to say, "You're either with us or against us," and the Undisputed Era appeared up at the ring. So yeah, it did look like Triple H was kind of trying to recruit Seth Rollins. Whether I don't know, Seth Rollins is too big a name to really jump to NXT. I don't see it happening, but oh well. We'll definitely have to wait and find out what happens with that storyline going forward, whether he jumps at Survivor Series or not. Maybe there might be a sort of swerve or a sort of twist in the towel. We'll have to see. The OC then came down as the Undisputed Era were on the ring. They chased the Undisputed Era into the crowd, only for then some NXT sort of superstars to jump the OC from behind, and then the Raw roster sort of emptied to support and chase off all the NXT wrestlers, basically. Next, backstage, we had Rollins and Triple H again, had a little bit of a sort of back and forward, where Rollins said if he's going to NXT, he's going as the top dog, as the champion. He wants Adam Cole in the main event for the NXT title. Triple H granted that. So again, he's not saying he's not going. He just says he wants to go as a top man. So, you know, I don't know what's going to happen there. Vega and Andrade versus Sin Cara and Catalina. Obviously, them have been in a little bit of a rivalry the last couple of weeks. They now had like a mixed tag. Again, Selena Vega just interfered throughout the whole match on Sin Cara, but then Catalina was able to sort of fight back as well. But in the end, it was Selena Vega who got the win for Andrade and her going forward. Again, they're still winning. So the fact that Sin Cara's even the odds doesn't really matter because they're still cheating to win. Oh well. Rusev come out next. Rusev did a promo about Lana, about Bobby Lashley could have Lana now, and he's had enough. Only for then Bobby Lashley to come out on crutches, saying that he'd pulled his groin, let's just say that, and that they'd found a volunteer to fight in his place. That turned out to be who? Who was it? Drew McIntyre. Yes, Drew McIntyre came out. They had a bit of a match, only for then Bobby Lashley to come down with the crutch and attack Rusev with the crutch. They had a bit of a brawl, only for then someone to come out of nowhere. Who was it?
Randy Orton.
Yep, Randy Orton, RKO out of nowhere. They then sort of double teamed Rusev, and then Ricochet came out to make the save. So I'm wondering if going forward at Survivor Series we might get that Bobby Lashley versus Rusev match, or they might do this sort of play off the Team Hogan Flair again, because these 4 men, should I say 5 men, because Drew McIntyre was one of them as well. They were all involved in that match, so I'm wondering if they're going to have a sort of another match where it's 5-on-5 or something, or a tag team or something. There's going to be something happening there. Next we had a really good Becky Lynch interview. This was really, really good. Becky Lynch was doing a backstage interview, only for then Shayna Baszler to interrupt, and they did a sit-down, face-to-face interview between Shayna Baszler and Becky Lynch, which was really, really good. They then made the match after it. That was going to be Becky Lynch versus Bayley versus Shayna Baszler at Survivor Series. That's going to be, I think, a good match, a good women's match, that one. That was just a really, really clever, a really, really well done interview, sit-down interview, and I think that's one of the talking points from Raw, that sit-down interview. And then we had the OC, so that would be Gallows, Anderson and AJ Styles versus the Street Profits and Humberto Carrillo. And it was AJ Styles who got the win with his legs on the rope. Obviously, as we know, Street Profits have got a win over OC. Humberto, I think, has got a win over AJ Styles, hasn't he? I think as well. So they're sort of playing off that. They had a bit of a back and forth promo before the match as well, where they were saying about the wins and that. And then we had the Viking Squash. Yeah, Viking Squash again. Viking Raiders versus 2 jobbers. Quick match. Viking Raiders won. Moving on. Seth Rollins versus Adam Cole, baby, for the NXT title. Again, it's what you would think from an Adam Cole Seth Rollins match. A really, really good match. The ending was a DQ because the Undisputed Era interfered, caused a DQ. They were attacking Rollins. So I'm hoping that they do a follow-up to this. I'm hoping we get a proper match between Seth Rollins and Adam Cole, like with no rubbish finish, because them two can really put on a good match. So I'd like to see them go full like 20-minute, 30-minute match. That would be really cool. Only for them, like I said, the interview. Only then for the Undisputed Era to interfere. Like I said, they attacked Rollins. Then the locker room emptied. NXT were through the crowd. Big massive brawl. And that was how they ended Raw, with a couple of high-flying spots. Ricochet jumped from the sort of corner of the turnbuckle onto a load of people. And then Keith Lee did a sort of flip onto loads of people. And that's how they ended. So more calamity, shall I call it, on Monday Night Raw, with this sort of war that is going on. So yeah, Raw, that was it. It was okay. It had a few cool moments. Again, I think they're teetering in the middle. I haven't had a Raw episode where I thought, it's been brilliant. That's everything I wanted. I haven't had that for ages. and it's sort of in the middle, constant. It is a constant of where it is. Hopefully that Bobby Lashley Rusev storyline is going to come to an end soon. It really is boring, but Lesnar's back on Raw, which we, oh well, fair enough. Again, he's back on Raw, but this time different belt. Let's say Rollins. What happens to Rollins? That's the big question mark coming out of Raw this week. Will he go to NXT? Will he turn his back on Raw at Survivor Series? Will he? We'll have to see. Anyway, like I said, sadly NXT's review is going out of the schedule. We're not going to do that going forward unless there's some call for it, unless people want us to do it. You have to let me know, then we'll consider it. But the next video will be the Explosive Elite review. That will be Saturday, I'm afraid, because that's just how we can do it. And then we'll have SmackDown's review as well. Both them two videos could be on Saturday, because when I was doing last week's schedule, I thought, I completely forgot, Kai. What is it this Saturday? It's going to be Full Gear. It's going to be AEW's pay-per-view. It is on Saturday. So Sunday we're going to have to do a video to do the reactions. AEW and SmackDown on Saturday, and then Full Gear's review on Sunday, and then go on next week. We'll have to look at the schedule and see where we are. Anyway, if you like this video, please like, comment and subscribe, and we will see you in the next video. So I'll say goodbye, and say goodbye, Kai.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.